Okay. All right, everybody. So my name's Raquel, and I'm your local realtor out of the West Valley, and I'm here with my friend Esther.
I'm Esther, and I'm a financial coach and consultant in the West Valley, but I serve everybody.
Same here. Me too. So, and that's Phoenix, Tempe, Maricopa, all that.
Gilbert, Chandler,
That's
Scottsdale,
Deer Valley, Anthem.
all of them.
All of them. So, we thought it was a good idea to sit. We always sit and talk and meet, and we always talk about our business within ourselves, but we figured we share some of our business and just some of our talks with our friends and, followers and family. If y'all watching, hey. So, I have some questions that I set up for Esther. And, so we already introduced ourselves. Raquel, this Esther. Now, you kind of know what you do, but we're going to go into more specifics of what you do, right?
It's fine with me.
Okay. So what is it that you specifically do as a financial consultant?
As a financial consultant, I'm actually a financial advisor, but that kind of scares people. So I like using the term financial coach and consultant because I like the educational aspect of it, so people understand the why behind what they're doing. But we do have a technology where we send it to people, and then they're able to do a financial checkup on themselves, and then they'll have some alerts that pop up, and then that'll determine what areas of their finances that we need to take a closer look at. And it's not stuff that I'm telling them to do, but they're actually inputting it themselves, so that then it determines based on what they entered, it determines what they need help on or to improve in their finances. So just making sure that people feel more empowered about their money and are maximizing their money and their efforts too.
Definitely. And would you say this is something that is like, as adults, but growing up is stuff we haven't been taught in school?
We definitely have been taught in school. I have a bachelor's and I have my master's in business administration. And I got my bachelor's in business administration because I wanted to learn about money, economics, finance. I took those classes, but I did not come out knowing a lot of the different terms, a lot of the different theories about money, and I wanted to learn more. So school did not do it for me.
Right. Same. So being out of school, you got into, first of all, what did you do before? Like, I know what you did before, but what did you do before becoming a financial advisor?
I was a stay-at-home mom, and prior to that, I was an adoption information editor. And then after that, for about 5 years after that, I was working in a behavioral health facility with children who get kicked out of school a lot. So helping them learn
you got a soft spot for the baby kids.
Manage their emotions, cope better, just teaching them coping skills. And that lasted about 5 years, and then got laid off, and then had to find something to do with my life. So
and you stumbled into the financial world.
Girl, I didn't stumble into it. It came to me. I
Oh.
fell on my face. We lost our house because we were house poor, and we didn't know the rules about money. We didn't know that we could have sustained the house. So we ended up short selling our house and made a lot of mistakes along the way. Ended up living with a friend, and I was like, look, enough is enough. We need to figure out our finances and learn and get educated, because we'll keep doing the same old thing over and over.
Right, and that's what we call it, insanity.
Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Definitely. So now, how long, I know you worked somewhere for 5 years as the behavior with the babies. Mm-hmm. So how long have you been a financial consultant?
November will make it 8 years.
Okay, so you like it a lot, enough.
I don't like numbers and stuff, but I love empowering people about their money and showing them that where they are right now is not where they have to stay.
Right. It's crazy. I think that because I'd be saying the same thing. I'm like, I don't really like the numbers, but we both deal in the industry where we deal with a lot of numbers, and I would say you're pretty good at what you do, right? With the number, even though you're like, I don't really like the numbers, but you kind of do. You're good at it. You make sense of it.
I make sense of it for the individual, yes.
Right. So you are good. You like it enough. We like it enough. So, that brings me to my next question. Do you enjoy what you do? Do you enjoy empowering folks?
I enjoy empowering people, because hearing the stories, like doing a budget for somebody and realizing that they look at it and they're like, hey, I didn't realize I have $200 at the end of every month. I just spend it because I don't have any direction for it. So helping people with that, then helping people find do a debt elimination plan where they thought it's going to take them 35 years to pay off their debt or more, or they don't even have any time frame, mm-hmm. and showing them that they could pay off their house, their school loans, and all their other debt in like 14 years. And hearing the stories from that's remarkable. And then people who, of course, they pass. So they have family members that pass, and it helps them get to the realization that I should have had something in place. And then they find out that either they don't have proper life insurance in place or they don't have any. And then having that conversation and saying that they realize it in other family members' lives that this was something that was important, and just being told, hey, you know what, that really impacted my family for the positive, things like that. So, yeah, I enjoy it.
Okay, you enjoy it enough.
Even the tough conversations.
Man, let's talk about those tough conversations.
Tough conversations.
So what, like, okay, so we all like the fantasy of saving money, putting money away, paying off our debt on time. But what's the toughest, like, what, in your industry, what is a tough conversation for you?
Well, it depends. I'll give two scenarios. When it comes to life insurance, I've had individuals come to me and they're like, "Hey, I wanna protect my family, but this is not the right time. Catch me up in like 2 weeks or 2 months or whatever." And I've had two people who, in the time frames they gave me, the person ends up with cancer where they're no longer insurable, or the spouse ends up with cancer and they're no longer insurable. Or I even had a gentleman who we did all the filling out and everything, but he wasn't ready to pay. And when we were going to issue it, we just needed his check. And 2 days before we were going to get he got approved, but 2 days before he passed away. And because we didn't have that money in hand, we couldn't pay his family out. And it was a young gentleman, had babies on the way, twins. And that $50,000 that he would have paid $26 for would have gone a long way for the family.
Wow, yeah, definitely. That's where the car washes come in, and
the
all
fish
of
fries,
the fish fries,
the fries,
and the GoFundMe pages.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's because like a lack of information, like being informed, like they're not informed well enough to the benefits or the importance of life insurance, or is it just kind of like one of those, like they turn a cheek and pray that that day's not coming for them?
I think a lot of us young people, I still consider myself young. A lot of us think that we're
22.
Invincible. We're like, oh, hey, I'm 20-something, I'm 30-something, nothing's going to happen to me. But they don't consider the health factor. They don't consider the fact that you're driving on the street and somebody's driving to work intoxicated, or going in the wrong direction, or whatever. Accidents happen a lot of times, and we just think that it's not going to be me, right. Or the diagnosis of cancer or something else. We just don't think about it. And then some people, they think about it, but then they think it's too expensive. My friend pays $400 a month. And I'm like, $400 a month for what? So it depends on where you're going and getting your information. And if you ask the right sources, then you'll get the right information. But we're not seeking the information or the resources because we don't know what to do and where to find it.
Right. Now, and that's like huge too. I see a lot of like GoFundMes on Facebook, or I hear a lot of conversations of I can't afford it, or I mean, without putting myself on blast, I've been in that seat where, I was running away from life insurance for a little bit. But, I got back on track.
You sure did.
So, and every circumstances is different. So it's like, you always suggest sitting down and going over it and the importance of it, to share it. Now, what type of life insurance do you what do you want to say, sell or help? What? I don't like the selling part.
I don't sell life insurance. I know that people need it, so it's directing them to what their family needs. Because a lot of people assume, I need whole life insurance, but they get whole life insurance and nobody's helping them with the investing. Because how about if you don't die? You want to make sure that you have something for retirement, and because you don't want to be life insurance poor, where you have life insurance and then you live and then you have no money at the end of the day. So it's just I believe in term insurance, and we do provide up to 35 years. Most places are up to 30. But our thing is playing offense and defense. You want to make sure that your family is protected, but in the same vein, you want to make sure that you're protected in terms of making sure that at retirement, you're able to live a comfortable life. So it's a balance for me. It's not one is better than the other, but if you have a family or if you have people who depend on your income, life insurance or income protection is it's a necessity.
That's what they should call it. They should call it income protection.
Because I cannot insure your life.
Right. It's income protection, because I think life insurance, like for me, life insurance, back in my days when, I wasn't like thinking about it. But when I thought of life insurance, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to die and leave who with money? I'm not going to even get, I'm not this. Would you say, well, you always tell me, the life insurance is not for you, Raquel.
Exactly. If you're thinking about yourself, then you're thinking about the wrong thing. It's your family and the people that you leave behind. Because God forbid a young woman like yourself, God
22,
forbid, something happens to you, your spouse, your family, they need to take care of your children. They need to be able to, you don't want a situation where your kids can't go to college, or they can't afford certain things because you didn't do that extra step, go the extra step and put aside a little bit of money every single month to ensure that they're taken care of even in your absence.
Right. And I think, and I can only speak on my experience. So when I say I think, it's because it's my experience. So it's always different for someone else. But I feel as though as humans, we have that error of being either unable to save money, save the right amount of money. Like there's I wouldn't say there's no way, but the amount of money I would have to save that my income protection is providing, I would have to put like thousands of dollars per month. So if I'm exchanging $20 to $50 or whatever the amount is per month in exchange of a $250,000 or $500,000 policy, I would say for me it's worth it, right? Like it's because that's their savings account. As long as my policy is active, my kids are going to be set. My mom or whoever is going to be taking care of them little great human beings.
But I think the issue is a lot of people think that, I have to have $1 million in life insurance. If you don't bring in a lot of money or your children are on the way out of the home anyway, we have to do life insurance based on your needs and your family's needs, not on your neighbor's needs who just had a baby and it's their first child. The difference, everybody has differences. And then you also can customize them to your needs, where a certain portion of it falls off when your house is paid or when your child turns 18, things like that. And that's what a professional is able to educate you on and actually talk to you about your individual family and what you need based on what you say you need.
Right. So there's that misconception that life insurance is for your, supposed to take care of you until you're 120 years old. That's okay.
It's not going to take care of you till you're 120.
But you're supposed to have that coverage until you're about 120. But how would I say? Let me think.
I can give you my perspective on it.
Because, I'm trying not to answer questions because, taking some classes or whatever. Because that's not my field of expertise. Like life insurance, income protection, I put that in Esther's hands because, it ain't me. Just take it out my account. But, is there a certain point in your life where you may not need that, maybe as you advise them well enough to put money aside and, save and replace the life insurance at the end of the term, right?
And I think I hear what you're saying. I think you're asking, is there any time a person would need life insurance for the whole life, basically? I don't subscribe to that thought because if you are working with the right insurance agent, and they're fully licensed, which means they're also able to help you with your security or investments, however you wish to call it. They should be able to put you in a place where if you have a 35-year policy, they're working with you on your retirement as well. So that by the time you're at 35 years or even sooner, I know with our company, our goal is to help you get out of life insurance as soon as possible by helping you save or invest enough money so that you have more in your investments for your future than you do in life insurance. And at that point, what you're paying for life insurance, we're just going to have you continue to put in your investments because you've surpassed what you have in life insurance as far as coverage or a face amount. So we don't believe you need life insurance for the rest of your life. And if you have it for 35 years, something's pretty wrong because that means you're probably not doing the right thing or you're not working with the right person or you weren't contributing the right amounts to your investments, which is fine along the way too, but that can also be decreased so you can add more to your investments. So
it don't hurt to have a little extra funds to pass on to the legacies of the offsprings, right?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, but if somebody's like, hey, I don't want to pay for the whole of my life, that's not the goal. Our goal is we want you to be able to not have to live with your kids. Right. I don't want to live with my kids.
Me neither.
At retirement.
So that would help you tap in. So that's where you'll be able to have those life benefits is through your in a way investments, kind of
because you're playing offense and defense. Yeah. God forbid I pass away, my family's taken care of. God willing, I live. I'm going to be able to live comfortably in retirement. Yeah. So
God, Amen. If you don't, you have the coverage for that, right?
Yeah.
Lord forbid. There we go. Okay. So what is my other question? Who do you help? Who do you? Well, I won't say who
my
you
target.
Your target, but who is it that you kind of gravitate towards helping, or everyone?
I'll be honest. Everybody needs help, But I think the people who tend to want the help the most or seem to seek out the help are people who are married, they have children, they own homes, things of that nature, but also individuals who don't have any of that they hope to have children, they hope to get married someday, or even are just young people who they're like, I don't know what I want to do. They don't need life insurance. They just go ahead but we help them make sure that they're preparing for retirement, because the earlier you start, the better it is for you, because you don't want to have to pay the cost of waiting. The cost of waiting is a cost, and you feel it in the future, because I have people who I meet at 55, 45, and they're just starting. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but they have to.
Their contribution is a lot more.
The hurdles are higher. Yeah. They get higher as you get older. So,
yeah.
Okay. I work with everybody, though.
Definitely. Me too. Never hurt. 10 years old, 100 years old.
I don't do 10 years old. They have to be an adult.
Oh, well. I mean, if they have a trust, then I could work with them.
Okay. There you go.
See?
Sure.
Thinking. Now, what's something that you consider like some information people need to know, or like a tip in regards to like how they can start, start get their life right or make their life better?
If you are 18 and older, I would recommend you start with investing. Get a Roth IRA in place. Some places you can start at $25, some places can start at $50 a month, but start something. Putting some money aside now will help you, and you will thank me later. If you have a family or anything, or somebody who relies on your income, this is the time you need to get life insurance, especially if you're in good health, because we're not promised good health tomorrow. So start now. Waiting till tomorrow never helps anybody. No. So today is the best day to start whatever you're trying to do.
Tomorrow you're a day older, right?
There you go.
Oh, one other thing. Just so people don't think you're like this, just like pop out the internet, guru, self-proclaimed, master of whatever things you got. Oh, he looks familiar. But what are your credentials? Like, what qualifies you as someone to, be able to say I'm a financial advisor / consultant?
Okay, I have my life insurance license. I've had that since 2011. I'm investment licensed, so I have my Series 6, 63, 65, and 26. So I'm able to talk about investments. And a lot of people say, oh, my life insurance agent is a financial advisor. If they don't have their securities license, they are not a financial advisor as far as helping you with the whole financial picture. They can help you with insurance and give you something that has cash value, but that's not an investment. So you want to work with somebody who can help you play offense and defense legally.
Period. So basically, with all those series numbers, is like you is top notch, guaranteed, right?
I mean, I'm good at what I do.
Bachelor's, like you just like the radiance, like you just like the epitome of like bomb.com.
You can keep talking about me.
Okay. I can gas you up a little bit more.
You're not too bad yourself. You have a lot of credentials into your name, so we won't even start, because we'll be here till tomorrow night. So
yeah, we're gonna be there for a while. If you know. So, well, I think that's the questions I have right now. How can folks get in touch with you? I'm not the middle person. I mean, I will be if I have to. So if you need to get in touch with her, I could put you there. But like, what's another way that folks can get in touch with you to talk about their finances and income protection and whatever?
Just get education, just to get a better understanding. Yeah. You can go to EstherZufelt.com. That's ESTHER, Z as in zebra, U F as in Frank, ELT.com. And my phone number is on there. You can get scheduled on there. And again, she can help you out with my information. And that's it.
Sweet. Oh, I'm gonna need you to tell me about this trip to
Wales.
Wales, girl. So Esther went to Wales. Was it this last summer?
In July.
Last summer, huh? Mm-hmm. Dang. Last summer, and I'm just now getting my
Sorry, I
my
forget
gift. I asked for a little trinket from Wales.
Well, this is not from Wales.
Okay,
that's something separate.
But this is black owned, black
made.
No parabens, no sulfate. Like, look at the ingredients. We got just
ancient cosmetics. They're
1,
awesome.
2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. Fragrance, I'm not gonna count that. Everyone says fragrance because they don't want to put their little secret juices out there. Because somebody like me who got credentials and everything will go and try to make this. But it smells so good. And I got some coins. Got that little, the beloved Queen Elizabeth or whatever. This is a who?
I think that's a pound. Yeah, 1 pound.
Oh, I got a pound. Okay, so how much is this worth in American dollars?
Girl, I don't know.
Is it $1?
It's like 80 cents.
Okay, so I got 80 cents. Okay.
No, it's like, no, this is worth more than ours. So it'd be like $1 or something.
Oh, so I got $1
And some change.
and some change. Oh, I got a little
Is that a pence? I don't
That's
know
a
what
penny.
that is.
No,
No,
20
this is worth more
pence.
than that.
This is 20 pence. But either way, I'm rich. And then this one. Why is she on every coin? Is she really on all the coins?
Yes, she reigned for a long time.
Like, person. Like, at least we give everybody a fair opportunity to be on the coin. But she's on every single coin. There's no Jefferson. There's no Martin Luther King. There's no Washington. It's just Queen Elizabeth. I don't know if y'all ever seen these coins, but there's only Queen Elizabeth on these coins. And that's crazy. That's not conceited. I don't know what is. That's straight conceited. Like, we got to see your face on the news. And I got to look at my coins and be reminded that you rule my... Yeah, like, that's crazy. I wonder if she's wearing a different crown than everyone. Oh, wait, this one.
She was just younger in that one.
Yeah, this one's a younger one, and this one she was old. Okay, well, I really appreciate my gift, and I do appreciate you for doing this interview. This is my first interview with like a spotlight of, I won't say small business because you're doing big things. So I don't want to say small businesses, but local businesses, those that are not a corporate, that is out for your best interest and not out to get your interest. And that's Esther. Like, money, real estate, you know. So thank you so much for joining me. I really truly appreciate you, because we've been talking about doing this for
a long time.
A long time. So we did it, we got it, and hope to see you again.
All right.